I'm sharing 5 things to declutter now for clarity and elegance. Hello everyone, Jennifer here, and welcome back to The Daily Connoisseur. So I am the author of the Madame Chic series, and I have such a passion for living elegantly. And today's video is going to give you 5 actionable tips that anyone can do. If you declutter the 5 things that I'm going to tell you about in today's video, I believe that you will not only receive clarity on your goals and your vision for how you want to live, but also elegance as well. And the best part is, all of this is free. Okay, let's start with the first tip, which is to declutter your handbag. All right, ladies, it's like if we are trying to be elegant in the new year and have clarity for how we want to live, we need to declutter our handbags. We bring our handbags with us everywhere. So if you think about it, if you are lugging around trash, old receipts, half-eaten snacks from your kids, brochures, I mean, what do we have in our bags? Lots of things, right? If we are lugging that all around town, it's like we're bringing our clutter with us. It is literally weighing us down. So I love cleaning out my handbag on a regular basis. And there's a few ways that you can do this. You can either clean out your handbag daily. If you have small kids and you just are constantly accumulating things in your bag, I think that's a great idea to just quickly go through it when you get home. Or if you don't have that issue, then you can declutter it on a weekly basis. I like to take everything out of the bag and then turn it upside down, usually outside, because crumbs sometimes fall. But I will do this and just shake it really well. And, wipe it down if I need to, but then put everything back in. Now, an important tip is to have a bag within a bag, especially if you're in the habit of changing your bags out regularly. So this is key because then you don't have to take that much out of your bag to actually clean it. But one caveat is that you need to make sure that your bag within the bag also stays clutter-free. And just keep your essentials in there that you need to keep. The second thing to declutter for clarity and elegance is your car. I know that not everybody drives a car. You might live in a place where you walk a lot or you use public transportation. But if you do have a car, it is very similar to the handbag thing. If it's full of junk and clutter and trash, you are literally dragging that with you all around town. And it's hard to feel elegant in a car that's an absolute mess. Ask me how I know. When my kids were little, our car was so messy and I cringe when I think about how bad it was. But as a side note, give yourself grace because I was so exhausted that was my last priority. So if this is you, it's okay. But when your kids get old enough, they need to help with the car. So this is how we do it in our family. Whenever we exit the car, I ask the kids to please bring all trash, sweaters, toys, like whatever accumulated in the car, and they all are responsible for that, and that helps tremendously. So you're not the one going through like in the back seat trying to get stuff off the floor, okay? So definitely get your family involved. Another tip, just to keep the car clean, that I like to use is that I keep one of those Swiffer dusters in the glove compartment. And if the dashboard gets dirty or dusty, then I just do a quick wipe down of that. So that's what I like to do to keep the car clean. Okay, the third category to declutter now for clarity and elegance is your makeup bag. Okay, so this is a big one, and I was just having this conversation with my sister about decluttering makeup because we tend to hold on to makeup for so long, like way past its expiration date. And if this is you, it might be time to go through it and maybe even update and refresh your shades. So I think going through your makeup bag and maybe even drawers in your bathroom that have lots of old makeup, it can feel really freeing to get rid of it. And when I talk about clarity, when you get rid of junk and old clutter, you become clear on what you do want. So doing this might get you clear on what type of makeup you want to use. Now, If you find that you've gotten rid of your makeup and you are looking for new makeup, I have a wonderful offer for you from Merit, who have kindly sponsored today's video. I've partnered with Merit again to bring back my custom set of all my favorite Merit shades, and this is for a limited time only. So my custom set includes their Minimalist Foundation, the Solo Shadow, the Signature Lip, the Day Glow, the Flush Balm, the Clean Lash, and the Shade Slick. You can get a $30 discount on my custom set through my link in the video description. Every order over $125 gets a free Merit tote, and you get free shipping on orders over $40. So that's the Merit offer. And if you want to just streamline your makeup and go for a high quality brand, I can't recommend them enough. Let me tell you quickly about my Merit routine. So my current Merit routine is applying the Great Skin Moisturizer, then the Minimalist Foundation Stick. Then I'll do the Flush Balm on my cheeks and nose, blending that really well. The Day Glow as a subtle highlight. The eyeshadow, which always brings out the eye color. And then of course the mascara. I finally finish it off with the lipstick and the gloss, and it's just a nice, natural, glowy look. So thanks so much to Merit for sponsoring today's video. The next category to declutter now for clarity and elegance is your bedside table. Your bedside table. I find that mine accumulates so much junk. If I have a lot of like miscellaneous things on my nightstand, sometimes I'll just open the drawer and shove them in there and close it so I don't have to look at it. But what is going on in that drawer? Now, I like to think about this in terms of clarity, definitely, because you're sleeping there the whole night, and what's right next to your head? A junk drawer, basically. And there's something energetic about that that doesn't feel quite right. So I encourage you to open that side drawer and go through it. So in my bedside drawer, I have a lot of pens, a lot of notebooks. There are some scrunchies in there for my hair, chapstick. You know, these things are very practical. But it's important to take the things out that aren't supposed to be there. And this is something that nobody probably sees except for you, but kind of like your undergarments, you just want it to be good because it doesn't matter if anybody sees you. It's like an energetic thing. And elegant people would have a nightstand that wasn't cluttered with junk. Now, of course, I'm also talking about the top of the nightstand as well. So if that's cluttered as well, it's nice to keep that, you know, beautiful and aesthetic, because your bedroom is your sanctuary and you don't want to see clutter when you go to bed at night, like it's the last thing. The final thing to declutter now for clarity and elegance is your entryway. So this is an important part of the home because it's the first thing that you see every day when you walk inside your house from, you know, being outside. And this tends to be a clutter hotspot for many people, including myself. The whole family will dump everything there: shoes, backpacks, handbags, coats. And it gets cluttered so quickly. So this is a struggle for me. I'm not on top of it. I'm just letting you know that. But all I do know is that when it's cleaned up and decluttered, that when I walk into my home, that first impression, the first hit is one of peace and clarity and elegance. But if I walk in and it's such a mess, like in the entryway, then I'm already defeated, you know? And it's hard to feel that way, that peaceful elegance, if I'm just going through something that is so messy. So do what you can in your entryway. Again, get the children on board if they're the cause of most of the mess, to teach them to put their shoes back, and that we're still working on that in our family, so it's okay. But just to make that a goal to go through it. And so for some people, this is going to be a lot of work, and for others, it's not really going to be that much work. Maybe there's only one thing you need to do, like put a tray out for your keys, or little miscellaneous things. Or maybe you want to decorate it or refresh it, or, you know, put some flowers in there, or whatever it is that makes the entryway a nice space for you to enter every day. One tactic that I like to use with these elegance exercises is I think about people who I admire, who I think are elegant. So that could be anybody for you, but let's choose one that a lot of people can agree upon. Audrey Hepburn, okay? So you would picture when Audrey Hepburn opens her bag that it wouldn't be full of trash and junk. Or if she drove a car, that it would be clean and neat. Her makeup is going to be high quality, minimal, and organized. The bedside table, that's probably going to be, you know, semi-neat as well. And then finally the entryway to her home, you would expect something really beautiful. Now, I have no idea if this is true, and we shouldn't put people on pedestals thinking that they're perfect with all this stuff. But all I know is that that's what I imagine, and that is what I aspire to. So there's no harm in trying, and to just give yourself routines to regularly go through this. Now, if you're in a season of life that is just like, this is your last priority, that's fine, I get it, okay? I have been there. So just save this video to watch later when you're not feeling overwhelmed like that. Because you will eventually get back to wanting these things to be neat and tidy and well run. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that it gave you inspiration to declutter areas in your life that need decluttering. And thank you so much to Merit for sponsoring. Get a $30 discount on my custom set through my link in the video description. Every order over $125 gets a free Merit tote, and there's free shipping on orders over $40. Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Keep calm and remain classy, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.